Hi everyone, welcome to Capital Update. I'm Charlene Briner and we're joined today by Representative John Benson. Hi Representative, thanks for dropping in. For those of you joining us on Capital Update, we like to give you a little behind the scenes look at what's going on in the legislature and how issues are moving ahead. We've heard a lot, Representative Benson, about a bonding bill, about a jobs agenda. The good news is we do have a bonding bill that's been signed into law. Tell us a little bit about where we're at, what's in the bill, and what you feel about what's been done so far.
Okay. Well, the bonding bill, as you said, has been signed by the governor. It had a long birthing, and in the legislature, what happens is, in order to get support, one tends to put in items that both the Democrats and Republicans like and that the governor likes. And so then when you have all those together, it tends to be larger. There's another reason this time as well, and that is because of the economy. And a bonding bill is seen by many, including myself, as a jobs bill. We have a lot of unemployment, as you know. We have a lot of businesses that are really hurting. Right now, the last statistic I heard was that 25% of workers who are carpenters are out of work, 25%. Now, the Great Depression hit 25% across the country, but we're already there with construction workers. So the idea was to push as big a bonding bill as possible, as long as we stayed within the margin of 3% and did not threaten our AAA bond rating. And that was a very important item for me. And as long as that was assured, I was willing to vote for the bill as is, knowing the governor has line item veto and that he can remove those items that he felt were not affecting the statewide projects. But it should be remembered that the governor had signed bills in the past that were of the same size, especially when the Republicans were in the majority in the legislature. So I was in favor of it. The governor has made his decisions. I think he left open the possibility that we might get back to that again. There might be some bills, he indicated that he would support it if they had been framed a little differently. And so I'm hopeful that the House Bonding Committee will take him up on that offer, and we can get closer to the numbers that the governor had proposed, $725 million rather than the 600 and some million that he has so far authorized. And one of the items that I just may add is there was a lot of cuts to the university level, especially some of the science laboratories like in St. Cloud State, which I felt we should have funded because of our need to prepare our young people for the future. And education, the brain power state is Minnesota, and we want to keep it that way.
The line item vetoes notwithstanding, it still is really rather remarkable to have a bonding bill signed into law this early in the session. So you must feel, while certainly disappointed about some of the things missing and hopeful about maybe potentially a second bill, you still must feel pretty good about the fact that there are going to be people getting to work by this spring construction season.
That's right, and that was one of the reasons we pushed it so early. I think this is just about the earliest that a bonding bill has ever come out, and we did that purposely so that we could get people to work this spring, because there are a lot of shovel-ready and paint-ready projects that can go if they can get the money. And so now we've got it. And so that was, an example of cooperation, at least to some degree. And so I'm very grateful for what we've got. And hopefully we can do better, but if not, we've got something on the table now.
And I know, Representative Benson, you do a lot of work on affordable housing. You're on the Public Housing Committee, Public Health and Housing Committee. I know that you were disappointed to see some of those projects come out of the bill. Is that something that you would push for if there were a second bill coming forward?
Yes, and there is a proposal in the Housing Committee, and I have signed on as a co-author to find additional funding. And the Housing Department, if it were in a bonding bill, would then be able to let those contracts out. And I asked the head of the administration's organization whether or not she could, in fact, let some projects, if they had additional funding. She said absolutely, yes, they could. So that's the issue I'm going to be pushing. We're way down. If you're homeless right now and looking for affordable housing, the wait is between 9 months and a year.
Well,
So it's obvious that we need to do something.
we'll be checking in with your representative to see the progress, if there is a second bill,
Right.
or what's coming down the road in terms of some of those things you're working
Right.
on. This has been Capital Update with Representative
Thank you.
John Benson. I'm Charlene Briner, and we'll see you again next time.